You may think that the Burmese python is a beautiful creature, but these massive snakes are deadly to the native species of the Florida Everglades and other swampy regions of South Florida. They originally inhabited the jungles and swamps of Myanmar, China, and other southeastern Asian regions. They can grow to be up to 23 feet long, weigh 200 pounds, and can swim underwater for up to 30 minutes without coming up for air. The pythons prey on small mammals and birds, further endangering species who already have established predators in the region. The introduction of these creatures has also increased interspecies competition as more organisms have to compete for the same food and other resources that are now limited. They were introduced to the United States due to the exotic pet trade and were introduced into the Everglades through the illegal release of the pythons. Many mature pythons were released by their owners once they became fully matured because they were too dangerous or unable to care for the snakes at full size. Another reason that they were introduced into southern Florida is the effects of Hurricane Andrew in 1992. Many snakes and animals escaped zoos and private residences across the affected areas and began to reproduce in the wild. Educating the public is the first step to correcting this issue. Knowing that buying exotic animals such as Burmese pythons can lead to negative effects on the environment, it's very important knowledge to understand. Even if someone thinks that they can take care of a Burmese python on their own, they must understand that this kind of python needs adequate-sized living areas, as they can grow up to 23 feet and have the girth of a telephone pole, which makes finding an appropriate amount of space very difficult. Money can also become a stressful factor when owning a Burmese python. The cost of feeding your snake is wildly expensive, and the bigger they get, the less safe you are. If someone makes the mistake of illegally purchasing a Burmese python without the ability to care for it, it is important to know of animal adoption agencies that will properly take care of the snake instead of illegally releasing it into the wild. These snakes have almost no natural predators except alligators, cougars, bears, and a few other large predators. Most snakes have the ability to either get away due to their speed, camouflage because of their green and brown color, or attack the larger animals themselves. Monitoring the snake through capture-mark-recapture methods would work in order to know how many of the Burmese pythons are in the Everglades through estimation tactics. A unique trap has been designed to capture the pythons without risking the capture of native species. This is by putting springs at the end of each side of a trap made to fit the average python length, and the springs only release under the average weight of said python. Through collecting the shedded skins of pythons, we can also determine more about their size and areas where they are most likely to inhabit. It is integral that voters support our proposal to try and decrease the Burmese python's negative effects on the Floridian ecosystems, and to conduct further research to understand these creatures. Without further research, we cannot properly handle the situation and protect native species of Florida. There is something you as a voter can do. You can support bills to provide funds to monitor and capture snakes to limit their impact on the ecosystem. Through these efforts, we can prevent the Burmese pythons from showing up in your backyard, in your fields, at your schools, and otherwise risking you and the people that you love.